Emily was just a really kind, caring person. She was completely selfless in everything that she did. Always the greatest friend. Had few friends but really close friends, and she was always the one that they would come to tell their problems to. She was fit, healthy, she was very studious, and I think just watching Emily really find her place in the world and blossom, I was just so proud of her. And we just had an incredibly close bond together. Emily came home from university in March 2020 when the lockdown happened for COVID, but she started talking about having pins and needles in her feet. She went to the GP and they sent her for an MRI scan, and at that point, late that afternoon, he called us in and showed us the MRI scan, which had a really large tumour within Emily's spinal cord. We came out of the room and I just burst into tears, and Emily's first reaction was to say, "I'm so sorry." She had nothing to be sorry for, but it was just devastating. Looking back, you sort of think that's the worst moment, but sadly that wasn't the worst moment that we had. She was really scared as to what this meant and what was going to happen. So we then took Emily into the oncologist, who then explained it was the worst grade of cancer that there could possibly be. And she asked the consultant, "Will I die from this?" And the consultant said, "Yes, I'm afraid you will." And sadly, the next MRI revealed that she had only weeks to months to live. I think as a mum, I should be there to protect her, and I can't. One of her greatest fears when she first was diagnosed with a tumour and they were going to operate was that she would be paralysed from the neck downwards. So we came out of hospital after her surgery. She was able to walk for about a week, and then she lost the use of one of her legs. So she was then in a wheelchair. She then lost the use of the other leg. By Christmas, she was beginning to lose the use of her core, so she lost the use of her arms. By February, she could only move her from her neck upwards, so she was totally paralysed. And I can't imagine how terrifying that must have been. The consultant said to me that she thought Emily was coming to the end of life. And I don't think even at that point she knew. She said to me, "Why is everybody coming today?" And I think she only really knew when her brother was there, because I heard her say to him, "Look after Mum." And she passed away shortly after that. It was the hardest thing ever, to say goodbye to your baby.
One in two of us will get cancer in our lifetime. Help us fight back. To give 30, 20 or £10, text 30, 20 or 10 to 70404 or donate online at channel4.com/SU2C. 100% of the money you give will fund life-saving cancer research.